Tonight on Newswatch 12 Weekends, we'll take you to a Minocqua for a fun wintertime event.
Well, they not fun out there tonight. The roads are very slippery. Your full forecast is coming up.
Plus, we'll introduce you to an up-and-coming business. People excited about ice fishing. Your local weekend news starts now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Weekend starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. I'm Kyle Pazorski here with Devin Biggs. There sure was a lot of weather today, so we start tonight with Devin to walk us through what's happened and what's to come. Devin, how are you doing?
Yeah, it is busy out there tonight, Kyle. We have plenty of weather moving through. I've been watching our sky cam out of Wausau. I'm hoping to throw some lightning at me because we actually have some thunderstorms going through Wausau right now, though, and apparently it's not going to throw some lightning at me just yet, though, but it's going on out there. And we also have reduced visibility just everywhere out there, on 2 to 4 mile visibility. This is actually an improvement from where it was earlier, though. But man, look at all this. We have winter weather advisories and ice storm warnings out for the counties highlighted here. And we're going to keep these going until about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, though. So wherever you see these advisories, this is because of slick roads out there. And on top of that, though, Clark County under an aerial flood advisory because of some poor drainage areas seeing some flooding. And this will run until about 12:30 a.m. Quick look at the radar, though. Everything's tracking from southwest to northeast. Some thunderstorms across Lincoln County and areas to the south, and some icy conditions across Rhinelander and areas to the north. Your hourly forecast as we move forward will continue to slowly fall below freezing. Our overnight low will be at around 28 degrees.
Thanks, Devin. The effects of this morning's ice storm were felt around the area, with many local events canceling and businesses closing due to the slick roads. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi gives us a look at what all took place.
On Saturday, northern Wisconsin was hit with an ice storm which caused many area businesses and events to cancel or reschedule. Early on in the day, roads were covered with ice, which froze on contact with the freezing rain. This happened when air temperatures were below freezing. Ground temperatures were also below freezing. By the afternoon, in towns like Minocqua, melting ice and additional rainfall had nowhere to go due to drains being covered by snow and ice. The good news is that by the afternoon, no power outages were reported by the Wisconsin Public Service. Good news also came for driving in the Northwoods, where as of 3 p.m., no accidents were reported by the Wisconsin DOT. This could all change going into the night, where ice that did manage to melt will quickly freeze again, making conditions difficult on less traveled roads. Reporting in Rhinelander, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, Newswatch 12.
Switching gears now, in a Wisconsin Department of Transportation statement, the Wisconsin State Patrol confirmed one fatality following a crash last night on U.S. Highway 51 in Woodruff. At 7:15 p.m., a crash occurred on U.S. 51 southbound at Lima Creek Road. Woodruff Police and Fire Departments, along with the Oneida County Medical Examiner's Office, responded to the crash. A pedestrian was crossing all four lanes when she was struck by a southbound 2019 Ford F-250 Super Duty pickup truck. A 71-year-old female pedestrian died on the scene of the crash, while the 52-year-old male driver of the pickup truck was not injured. The Wisconsin State Patrol is conducting the crash investigation at this time. The Thursday Whale hosted the 2022 ice golf event on Saturday, where participants used golf clubs to hit tennis balls across a frozen lake. Holes were spread out on the Minocqua Lake for the event, which kicked off around 1 p.m. following rest at the Thirsty Wheel. Participants were encouraged to have a good time out on the ice as a way to enjoy the cold before the season comes to a close. The School District of Rhinelander Drama Department has been holding their spring production holes throughout the past couple of days. The performance is based on the book by the same name, Holes, by Louis Sacker. Main character Stanley Yeltness tries to dig up the truth behind his curse in this inventive and darkly humorous tale of crime, punishment, and redemption. In case you still have not gone, Holes will be performed one last time in the John and Dory Brown Performing Arts Center at Rhinelander High School beginning at 1 p.m. Sunday, March 6th. Coming up, we'll introduce you to an ice shack rental service which hopes to get people excited about getting out on the lake. We'll have that and more when we return.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm Dane Hagan.
And I'm Jeff Weller.
And we're looking for teens with exemplary character who are role models in the community.
We'll be hosting the YMCA Teen Character Awards on April 24th. We need you to nominate a teen who demonstrates the wise core values of caring, honesty, responsibility, and respect.
Teachers, counselors, family, and friends are all encouraged to nominate deserving teens using the online nomination form on ymcathenorthwoods.org. This is an excellent opportunity for you and the community to recognize teens with character.
Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Fire flambe or perfectly sear filet, just like the pros. Plus, it's PFOA-free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone Pan for just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all. An incredible value.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com.
Welcome back. It is a messy one out there tonight. We have thunderstorms moving through Wausau right now. I've been watching our sky camera to see if we can see any lightning, and so far no new flashes recently. I did notice some flashes recently before we came on the air. Now, of course, the interesting now is we do have winter weather advisories indicated here in like Vilas County, Oneida County, and the counties surrounding it until 6 a.m. And this little shade of color right here is an ice storm warning, also running until about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for those counties you see highlighted there. Because the slippery roads that are expected, we have a lot of slippery roads across the Northwoods tonight with temperatures that are at or below freezing and ground temperatures that are below freezing as well. If you can stay home tonight, please do. If you have to go out, please take it slow. The roads are very bad out there. Meanwhile, though, over in Clark County, this is an aerial flood advisory because the poor drainage areas are starting to flood in a few areas, and this is up until about 12:30 in the morning. As we zoom things out, though, look at all the colors. This indicates we do have some freezing rain falling across parts of Oneida County and areas to the north and east. Farther south, though, we are seeing some regular rain, and yes, some lightning bolts starting to show up in a few areas, though. So we are seeing thunderstorms across the state tonight. So almost everything that we could possibly get almost occurring tonight with a lot of seasons kind of clashing at this point. Let's zoom things out, though, the radar and the motion. This is what we're looking at here right now. Plenty of freezing rain taking place across the Northwoods. We have snow farther off to the north, right around southeast of Duluth. Meanwhile, farther down toward the south, we have this line right here that just moved through parts of Madison, and we're just going to keep an eye on this area of low pressure that's currently rotating just across parts of Minnesota and parts of Iowa. And this is all tracking to the north and east. That's prompting severe weather across parts of Illinois tonight as well. As we zoom things out just a little bit more, we're going to be on the southern side of this system now. That's all we're really going to see before we're all finished up. So this is all tracking to the north and east, and we'll switch to snow later on tonight. And by tomorrow, things will finally begin to improve. Visibility is also an issue tonight, though. We're at 1.75 mile visibility in Merrill, just a little below that in Medford, ranging from about 2 to 4 mile visibility overall otherwise. This is actually an improvement as other areas, though, saw visibility levels that are about a half mile in a few spots. So, I mean, look at these temperatures. So normally we would enjoy the lower to middle 30s, but in the Northwoods, it's not a good situation right now as the roads are a mess out there. But other areas, though, seeing temperatures that are definitely in the middle 30s, even upper 30s, even some lower 40s. So overall, starting to feel a little bit better farther down toward the south. Here we are, though. Temperatures are going to be in the lower 30s for the next few days. Upper 20s by Monday, middle 30s by Tuesday, and then middle 20s by Wednesday, lower 20s by Thursday, upper teens by Friday, and also upper teens as we head towards your Saturday. Futurecast, let's break this down right here. We have snow that's going to be tracking off towards the north and east. We'll get this out of here, and once things start to get out of here, things will finally begin to improve. So your forecast coming up for tonight, though, we have a little bit more snow and some freezing rain, then things will begin to improve later on. But your next 7 days brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. A little bit more snow by Sunday, a small chance of snow by Monday. Mostly sunny again as we head towards you Tuesday.
Thanks, Devin. Tonight we're going to introduce you to a new business which hopes to get people interested in ice fishing. This business is called Shack Share, created by Jamie Besaw, who says he wants to give people who don't have access to a shack the opportunity to rent one, sort of like an Airbnb, so they can just enjoy ice fishing just as much as he does.
I was like, maybe I could rent out my shack, and then the eureka moment, the light bulb goes on, and everybody can do this. So I looked around and there wasn't anyone out there kind of doing this, so I was like, let's get it done.
Besaw says he has seen a trend of many fishermen who have stopped bringing their shacks out onto the ice, and says his business will hopefully get more shacks back out onto the lakes.
Hopefully this will incentivize people to get their shacks out from behind the house, dust them off, and get them back out on the lakes so everybody can enjoy it.
Besaw hopes to start booking rentals for the next ice fishing season with a launch date to book around August. Currently, they are looking for people to register their shacks, and if you do it soon, you'll be entered into a drawing to win an Ion 8-inch auger. Coming up on Sunday night, we'll hear from an angler who has already registered his shack and the reasons why he is participating in the program. That'll be right here on Newswatch 12 Weekends tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Well, coming up in sports, Griffin keeps telling me that we have a 3-course meal, and I'm not really sure what that means. Can you tell me, Griffin?
It means that we have 3 different sports in action tonight. One local hockey team won a state title, some boys basketball teams won a regional title, and then some girls basketball teams clinched their spot in the state tournament next week. We'll have all the highlights and scores coming up next in sports. Why would you change the channel? We'll be right back.
Go with the flow at Dvorak's Docks. Flow from Dvorak's Docks is installed by trained in-house employees. That's right, no subcontractors needed, so your shoreline setup is guaranteed. Get flow from Dvorak's Docks by calling 275-DOC.
Dylan, how's that sofa you can't return from that big internet site?
Honestly, not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Just $20 a month will get you a gorgeous sectional, a 3-piece bedroom group, when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
No way.
How about kicking back in this luxury leather power recliner for just $25 a month? And come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've reinvented mattress shopping.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. With one call, you can be on the phone with addiction specialists across the country who will guide you on the next steps to find the freedom and healing you desperately need. Call Addiction Helpline America at the number below. We provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. One phone call today can change your life forever. Don't wait another minute for that right moment to be set free. Take that bold step and call Addiction Helpline America at the number below or visit www.addictionhelplineamerica.com.
It's where comedy questions about well-known bald people.
What are you talking about, Xavier?
And big bets.
You feel confident? I'm a gambler, so yes.
Collide. You bet your life.
Weekdays at 1:30 on NBC 12. Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroing starts now.
It was quite the storm we had last night / early this morning / right now. All that ice made the roads pretty darn slippery. But the biggest storm took place south in Madison. And yes, I'm talking about the Central Wisconsin storm. The girls hockey team going up against Onalaska in the state title game. We're going to jump into the first period of this one. Samantha Federici. She's taking this one all by herself, and she's going to slot it past the goalie. A great start for Central Wisconsin as they jump out to a 1-goal advantage. Later in the period, Federici forces a turnover, and then check out the stick work from her. Making defenders miss, and then a beauty of a snipe. What a goal. The Storm led by 2 heading into the second period, and their lead would only grow. Check out the pass to Gabby Huser, and she knows what to do with it. Central Wisconsin can start to taste another state title, And then the final seconds of the period, a scrum for the puck. Federici's going to come away with it. First shot saved, rebound is poked in. A hat trick for her, and Central Wisconsin Storm are your state champions. They beat Onalaska 5-0, their 4th title in program history and 1st since 2017. But that was only part 1 of our 3-course meal that was the high school playoffs. We also had girls basketball teams trying to clinch their spot in the state tournament next week, including Leona Wabino, who was taking on Assumption in the sectional finals. First half of this one, Rebels are going to work it inside to Holly Gilligan, who's able to bank it in here for 2. Hey, the backboard's the most expensive part of the rim, makes sense. A little later on, good ball movement here from the Royals. It's going to lead to a wide open 3 for Kendall Duhlman. Assumption would lead by 7 after that. The story of the first half, though, was the Royals' defense. They forced so many turnovers, including this steal from Addie Vollert. She takes it the distance for 2. Assumption is up by 15 points at this time. The Rebels, though, would battle all half. That 3 from Riley Yeager cuts the deficit to 10, but the Royals are defending state champions for a reason. This jumper from Kayla Kirkman is money. Assumption heading back to states to defend their title. They won by 14. There were 2 other local girl teams hoping to clinch a spot in the state tournament. Unfortunately, both of them can't punch their ticket. Phillip Loggers fall to Neelsville 48-42 in Division 4, and Lakeland Union loses by 12 to Menominee. Congrats, though, to all the girls' teams on a great season. And now to the late night course, some boys basketball. There were a ton of upsets Friday night, which led to a very interesting regional finals, including the Rhinelander Hodags and Merrill Blue Jays. Most didn't think that they'd be fighting for a regional title tonight, but hey, here they are. Second half, Rhinelanders up 9, and you know what? Let's increase that to 12 after this 3 from Will Gretzinger. The Hodags rolling, and the very next possession, Hodags are going to give the ball to their guy Jackson Smith. Let him work, able to lay it up for 2. Merrill, though, would make this game very interesting late. Tyson Glitch, the big man from deep, is going to drill it, and then a little later on, this 3 from Glitch is offline, but look at his teammate Bailey Tureen. He gets the rebound, shot is good, and the foul. Plus, look at that little shove, a technical foul. It ended up being a 4-point swing for the Blue Jays. Too little, too late, though. Beating the press here is the Hodags. Jackson Zettler is going to lay it in. Hodags win this game 72-64. They're your regional champs, and there's the plaque and the team celebrating with the fans. Great scenes from Rhinelander. The Hodags, though, will face the winner of this game, Medford versus Fox Valley Lutheran. Thanks to our friends on OnFocus Sports for the stream. Joey Sullivan for the win. Can you believe that? The Medford upsets the #1 seed, setting up a rematch between the Raiders and Hodags in the sectional semifinals. This is March. And then our final game of the night, Northland Pines hosting Xavier. In the first half, the Hawks, they got their best player. They're throwing it up to their big man, and he's just able to lay it in for 2. I mean, he is tall. But this game was back and forth for the first 10 minutes. Pines would start to pull away a little bit. Great anticipation from Ryan Munch. That's the steal. It's going to take it all the way for 2. Pines is up by 1. Next Eagle possession, Milton Versman. He looks like he's going to go up for the shot. Fakes out the defenders and me, though. That's a great pass inside for Devin Millis, who puts it in for 2. And then a little bit later on, working around the top of the key, Nolan Lurvey decides he can hit from NBA range. Xavier calls timeout, and the Eagles are starting to feel it. And then the very next possession out of the timeout, you know what Lurvey says? Did somebody yell heat check? Drills it. Northland Pines advances and wins regionals and is going to advance to sectionals for the first time in school history. Kyle, I'm hoping that 3-course meal filled your sports needs.
Yeah, thanks, Griffin. Always bringing the energy, aren't you? Well, coming up, we'll take you to some awesome international news as well as some developing stories happening here in the States. Stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Nice.
Solid imagination.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
He should have used his power to serve Wisconsin. Instead, Ron Johnson served himself. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. After the loophole became law, Ron Johnson cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. Look up the facts. and tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
It's Ford Truck Month, America. With new inventory arriving daily, it's time to get after it in a Ford F-150 and a Ford Ranger. Stop by your local Ford dealer today and let us help you custom order your truck your way. Then we'll get after building it. It's Ford Truck Month. Visit your local Ford dealer today. Order your F-150 to lock in 0% financing for 66 months and $500 cash, plus an extra $1,000 retailer order bonus.
From the moments that shape our lives to those that shape our days, broadcasters are there, delivering the most trusted news that keeps you informed when it matters. We are your neighbors, a trusted voice, a lifeline. We are broadcasters. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Nice.
Solid imagination.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back. We turn now to some international news. Ukrainian and Russian officials have announced a temporary ceasefire in 2 Ukrainian cities. The ceasefire is meant to allow for civilian evacuation, but there are already reports that Russia is breaking the terms of the agreement. NBC's Aaron McLaughlin has more from Western Ukraine.
Ukrainian officials have paused plans to evacuate citizens from the besieged cities of Mariupol and Volnovakha, citing ongoing Russian fighting. Devastating news for Ukrainians who say their families are trapped inside the city. They haven't heard from them in days. I spoke to one woman who said the last time she spoke with her mother told her that she was positive with COVID-19 and needed medicine, and then all communication was cut. She doesn't know what happened next. No word on when plans to evacuate citizens will commence, if there will be a pause in fighting. Meanwhile, in the city of Kherson today, despite the Russian occupation and terms laid out by the Russian military that only 2 people maximum at a time can be together on the streets, thousands showed up to protest the Russian military presence, railing against the occupation in a tremendous act of defiance. Back to you.
That was NBC's Aaron McLaughlin reporting. Meanwhile, Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky met virtually with U.S. senators and House members Saturday. The call with over 300 U.S. lawmakers and staff on both sides of the aisle took place this morning over Zoom. Multiple people who were on the call tell NBC News that President Zelensky continued to press for a no-fly zone in Ukraine, as well more sanctions for Russia. Specifically sanctions on energy and credit card access through Visa and MasterCard. Those on the call say Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer also told the Ukrainian president that Congress would provide $10 billion in economic, humanitarian, and security assistance to the Ukrainian people quickly. Also in Washington, a massive truck convoy protesting COVID restrictions in the U.S. is parked just outside of Washington, D.C. tonight. Scores of semi-trucks, recreational vehicles, and cars have gathered in Hagerstown, Maryland, 80 miles from downtown Washington. The convoy started in California and has attracted other protesters from around the country as they head east. They're calling for an end to all COVID restrictions. The convoy's message has been undercut in recent weeks, however, as many mask mandates have been lifted. Some drivers say they're protesting against the Biden administration in general. The convoy is expected to roll into Washington on Sunday. Federal and local officials in Washington say they're prepared for the protest. And finally, in Wisconsin this week, the State Supreme Court decided Thursday on new legislative maps. In a 4-3 ruling, the court went with Governor Evers' proposed maps. Conservative Justice Hagedorn sided with 3 liberal justices in the ruling, but on Friday, Wisconsin Republicans said they will appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. Joe Handrick, executive director for Common Sense Wisconsin, said, quote, "In Governor Evers' maps, there's actually fewer competitive districts than under the old law. In the state assembly, that number drops from 17 to 12. Republicans have asked the state court to wait for the federal court appeal before the state's decision is final." Coming up, Devin will give us one more final look at the forecast when we return.
There are never enough hours in the day. I'm always making trade-offs, sacrifices. But I'll keep going. Even when it feels like there's no way I can do it all, I won't give up. I'm doing this for me and for them. We're doing this together. North Central Technical College's virtual college, flexible learning, because our time is precious.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes are available for immediate delivery and set up anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams reality. Visit them today at qualitymh.com.
At US Cellular, we're local, so we're on the ground every day, constantly adapting for peak performance in any season.
Right now, get the hottest new phone for free. Yep, the new Galaxy S22, totally free. Even better, with US Cellular, there's no trade-in required. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month.
Because we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. All year round, US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, Griffin and Devin, I think this is kind of a fun story to end off tonight. The Kalamazoo Growlers have announced they are banning MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred for life from the MLB lockout, which is now approaching 100 days at this point. In a statement, the team said Manfred is not committed to using fun to make a difference, and that he and the team owners have only shown an interest in money and not providing for players or fans. The Growlers are part of the Northwoods League, a development league for college baseball players and everyone, for that, it's, locally, there's the Wausau Woodchucks. And I think, it's kind of something that is kind of taking the country by storm with this whole talk about everything that's changing, right?
I like it. He doesn't need to be at those baseball games. Either pay the players or just no baseball. I'm all for it. Get them out of there.
I get that for sure. All right, forecast real quick for tonight, though. About a couple inches of snow possible for the Northwoods tonight. Winter mix to snow lows in the upper 20s. Winds could get a little gusty at times. 31 degrees tomorrow. Some morning snow. There's that couple inches right there. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, but then your next 7 days, things starting to improve next week.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, Devin. That's it for your local news around the Northwoods. Saturday Night Live with hosted by Oscar Isaac is up next. Have a great night.
Who's Oscar Isaac?